the I should have wrote this down. I should have made myself code words. I'm gonna say the perpetrator. Name is Billy.
Chemirmir.
Okay. Okay, Rob. Thank you. Maybe you should tell this one and let me do the other one, since you haven't listened to the other one yet.
It's about
Okay, for Rob to do it.
what? Because it's about a guy. That don't mean no. That don't mean nothing.
No, because you picked this case.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Rob.
You should, because I started the other one off. Remember the last case from last time?
Okie dokie.
You got this, Rob.
Uh, let me see.
We'll chime in and give you our note.
I don't know
What
where it
we
took
got.
place at.
It took place in Dallas, Texas.
And he was a care provider at the place called Preston.
Actually, he was not.
He wasn't a care provider?
No, he was not.
He wasn't? Dang.
No, he was not a care provider.
I
Oh,
got my
Lord.
information all wrong.
Okay, so basically,
Okay.
when as your parents get older, when you put them in a nursing
Well, I know he
facility,
was.
a living home, you think they're going to be comfortable, everything is going to be fine. But we all know, they beat up on the people, especially the ones with no voice. So in this particular case, I'm
I
gonna
was
just start it
listening
off
to.
and then y'all can finish it. In this particular case, patients was dropping. They
So
basically
how he
was
got
dropping
started?
like flies,
Yes.
and
They was getting us out of here like mosquitoes.
basically, and one particular
So
case
basically,
when. Okay, I'm going on mute.
Wait, hold on.
go out of
He
here.
wasn't a care provider? I swear all this time I thought he was a care
He was
provider.
not. Okay,
Oh my
no,
God.
he wasn't a care provider. What happened was he was from Kenya. He was from Kenya. His sister lived here in the States. She opened her own healthcare business and she got him started. But he was not a care provider at all. She was trying to help him get his own healthcare business started, but I don't think it ever took off the ground because they never said if it did or not.
I
So
don't.
See,
that's how
I
he
get
got.
thrown off at
Wait.
times because they always laughing and joking around. So I'm like, just continue with the story.
And
And then when it
didn't
got to the middle part, they start talking about where he from. I'm like, that don't got nothing to do with why he did what he did.
I ain't gonna lie, Rob. I was getting to that point. Like, can we just finish this story and get it over with?
So it's like, I swear I thought he was a care provider all this time. I was like,
Y'all listen to it on one time because I speeded it up.
but didn't they
whoo.
promote the facility like it was kind of luxury?
Yeah, and then only
So
that, it's
they
like,
were they
it's
were
weird.
luxury. Okay, so they were luxury facilities. They were only catered to, hey Dimples, they were only catered to YT people. Because if you notice, all of his victims
Mm-hmm.
And they
were
kind of all looked alike too.
they
Mm-hmm.
did.
Mm.
I didn't realize that until today when I went back and looked at the pictures. They all did look alike. They ranged in ages from 75 to 95.
But I don't think
Every
the
last
age
one of
had
them.
anything to do with it though. It was more so because people can they don't look like their age. I think the way I'm probably jumping the gun, but you know how he would just determine who would be next based off of what he did. Anyway, go ahead. It was just a lot of flies dropping.
He
Like
was watching them like closely,
yeah.
but I thought he was able to do some of this because I thought he was a care provider. So in my head, the whole time I'm listening, I'm like, okay, you're a care provider, but I don't know why they wouldn't suspect him because I could have sworn at a certain part that they asked him something and he
No,
tried to blame it. Oh, we.
I thought he was the
Mm.
director, like
See,
assistant,
I thought he was a care
No.
provider,
because he was
especially when they were
always
talking about
there.
him putting the sheet over the people before the ambulance came. So
Yeah.
I'm like, this is confusing.
No, so
Sounds like
here's
he
the
wasn't a
thing.
care
I
provider,
think he
but
didn't. I think you're getting him confused with the man, the Edward Muncho man. I don't know. I'm probably not even saying his
Yes.
name
It
right,
was two people,
but I
two
think you're getting
guys.
him confused with him
Oh, okay, okay.
because he was the
All right.
one who was covering their bodies up, telling the families that they died peaceful. I mean, they went peacefully in their sleep and stuff like that. So I think you got him confused with that man who
Okay.
always gave a different reason on what happened to them and why they went. When he really should have been a suspect to me in the beginning because he really made no sense. But
I
hey,
Right.
thought
That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, he's right there.
right. But it wasn't him.
Okay.
mm,
Wow.
And the police had no clue who was doing this unaliving, and they was just assuming that all of these people were going peacefully in their sleep.
Mhm.
Like the coroners wasn't doing, the medical examiner wasn't doing their job to see that they were being asphyxiated or none of that. So his unalivings took place between 2016 and 2018. They thought that he took a break from December 20. I mean, yeah, December 2017 to January 2018, but he had actually took three people
Mhm.
in one of the first facilities, and they all were elderly women, back to back. I think he did it like 3 weeks up, like 3 days, 3 weeks apart, if I'm not mistaken. Um. Oh wait, hold on. I was like, somebody trying to come up. I couldn't see it. Okay, go ahead, Rob.
Hey y'all.
I'm gonna mute myself, Rob.
You said what?
Hey, honey.
I said I'm gonna mute myself. There you go.
Hey, Chi.
Hey, Chi Chi. I mean, root beer. Sorry.
Hey, Chi Chi.
Hold on. Let me use my brain to go back to where. Okay. It's two different dudes. I'm so lost right now. I swear I
Just
thought that
speak
was the
on
dude the
at
whole
this.
Lost because
time.
Don't be lost at this point. Just speak on what you remember and what you heard.
right.
Because I'm telling you, them girls will get you thrown off real fast.
They really did because I thought it was the
I'm just
same
sorry.
dude. And then I was like, no, that wasn't him. I'm like, wait, you sure? Because I'm like, oh my Lord. Okay, me going back, it was apart from after the first couple of incidents. Then it was, they started talking about a different facility that was, no, they was beefing up security. That's what it was. And they were trying to figure out why they wasn't really paying any attention to the cases about the different victims. And then from there, they got more security. But then it's like there was at another facility with the same name at a different location. Then it's like kind of ventured off because the lady kept joking around and talking. And I'm like, just get to the story.
The names were
Um,
similar. They weren't the same names, but it was similar to where it did sound like they made it. They hyped it like the first facility. That's what it sounded like
right.
to me.
Because
One
I'm
was
like,
called Preston Place, and the other one was called Preston Wood or something like
Mhm.
that,
that's
if
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying. They both
mistaken.
was Preston, but I know they was
Yeah, but
different,
one
but
was
they had the
Wood and
same.
one was Place. Yeah.
Carry on.
Man, they ventured off so much. Because then I started thinking about the case with the one man, and that was all bloody. So I was like, geez, y'all got me so lost.
But we know that everybody was dropping like flies, and then there was one particular lady where her daughter is what kicked everything off because she knew there was like either like a necklace or a pendant or something that she would wear
The
every day.
necklace from the sister that passed, but then they start talking about the one guy that passed, and I was like, I'm so
Is
lost.
this a movie?
No,
Yeah, like Robert, you.
It's not my fault.
You
Look,
know
they
I'm
be just
delayed,
venturing
and
off at
I
times.
was at work and I had my phone down, so I don't know what's
Look,
going on.
I be zoned in, and then they go over here, and I'm like, that had nothing to do with nothing.
It did. It was another body, but it wasn't no female. It was a male that he tried, and apparently that's what sparked because there was blood this time because
And
the
then they
man
kept
fought
venturing off
back.
to like, if you want to get into that, I'm like, no, go back to. I'm like, I'm not trying to talk about a different series where they show the pictures. I'm like, go back.
And then you got to remember there was two survivors.
Uh-huh.
Right.
What is this, a show?
No, GT. The
What?
it's
podcast.
the
Damn it! Tell
it's
me, damn
the
it!
it's the podcast.
God damn it!
And where is Plano, Texas? Because I thought one part was in Plano, Texas. Did I miss that part?
What in the fuck is going on?
Chantel, I don't know nothing about Texas.
I'm talking and I didn't even realize I was on mute. Okay, so Plano, Texas is Plano, Texas is like right outside of Dallas. So this took place in Plano, Texas. Like these, I'm guessing the facilities was in these different areas: Plano, Texas, Richard Street, Texas, and Dallas. Right.
Okay.
So I don't know which one of them was in Plano, Texas, but one of them were, and those were the three places that he was doing these unalivings. And they all are literally like right next to each other.
Sorry.
They like literally right next to each other.
Okay.
And
Yeah, because when they
so, go ahead.
no, I was just saying when they said something about the pillows and then seeing the smear and having the DNA, that's when I was like, okay, now we're getting into the meat of this.
But
But then they kind of
here's the
All
thing
right,
with the DNA.
all right, all right.
Okay, so
Somebody
as
put me to
y'all know,
sleep because I'm
he
so
was an
lost.
alcoholic. He was an alcoholic, right? So
You're right there
he
with
was
me.
doing
Who is
this
he?
to the Billy Chemirmir man. Gee, I
The
sent.
Chemirmir man.
I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce. See, if Rob would have just picked from the cases that I sent him instead of going off the deep end, we wouldn't even be on this case. But
See,
Rob didn't.
I I have a
I know
He
question.
I'm
didn't
the
listen.
delayed one, and I already in my own mind.
They don't. Okay.
Somebody said they had a question.
I need somebody to break it down.
Somebody said they had a question. Who had a question?
I got a lot of questions.
Okay, go with your questions. We're gonna answer your questions.
All
Yeah,
right,
go.
go. What the hell are y'all talking about? What is this case? I don't even know what's going on. I don't know names. I want to
T,
know. It's
T, do
not.
you remember the cases that
Chantel,
I sent?
did you send it to Chi?
I most certainly did. She was the first
Oh,
person
well,
I
Chi
sent it
better
to.
go on mute. Come on mute with me, Chi
She
Chi.
was the first person I sent it to.
It's in,
When
and I've
Rob
looked at
sent
it.
me which one he wanted to do, I sent it to Chief first.
So
Yeah,
you know why?
come on the mute
I
to
think I'm.
confusion
No,
town.
no, don't do, no, wait, cause Chantel was supposed to make a video yesterday. Liar.
No, but the
She never
video that
did
I'm
it.
doing is not about this though, Chief.
No. So wait, you wasn't
The
doing a
video I'm doing
video.
is a whole nother case. It's not even
Oh, so,
about this one.
so I thought that was the case that we was. Never mind. All right, I'm gonna go on
No.
mute. I'm gonna go fight. Bye.
Okay. Okay, so let me piggyback off of what Deshanna said. Deshanna said that it was the two surviving victims. They played like they were unalive so that he wouldn't actually unalive them. Well, one of the ladies said that she pretended like she was unalive and she didn't move for a long time, which was a really good thing for her because he came back after he thought that he had took her life
Drop the
just so that
charm.
he could steal a charm. So it was like he had to make sure that he got souvenirs from every person that he did this to. And they asked his girlfriend, Margaret, She was from Kenya as well.
Well, he had a
However,
girlfriend.
yes, he had a girlfriend. Her name was Margaret.
Wow.
She got pregnant. Rob, you did not listen. You picked this case, and I
What
know
was I
you didn't listen
listening
to it.
to?
I don't know what you was listening
I
to, but it
see,
wasn't
because
true.
I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
Yes, he had a girlfriend.
Mm-mm-mm.
Rob,
When
it was
she
them
told
girls.
Yeah, they talk too much.
when she told him that she was pregnant, he was mad. He left her, and then he came back. He left her for 6 months, and then he came back after the baby was born. He told her that he would unalive her, take the baby, go back to Kenya, and they wouldn't know that he had did it until her body was found. But he showed her a plane ticket that he had bought for July of 2018, letting her know that
Wait,
he was
wait.
going to unalive
So
her.
the part
Hmm.
you talking about, was this after they start getting into where he came from?
Yes, this was well, yeah, this was okay. So let me just
Okay.
backtrack. Let's backtrack to where he
And
came from.
no, it
He
makes
was
sense because I didn't listen to it after they start talking about where he came from.
okay
I
because
was
he was from
listening all the way
Kenya.
up to that point.
Okay, because she was from Kenya as well. He was born December 8th, 1972, in a village in Kenya. His dad died at 100. He had 3 wives, 28 children, and he was a village chief, right? And then that's when they go on to say about how his sister started the healthcare business in the States, and she moved him there so that she could help him learn to, I guess, create his own stream of income. But he couldn't do that right because he was a drunk. He kept getting DUIs. He kept and so basically him unaliving these people and stealing their jewelry was so that he could support his habit. He had people thinking that he had money. He would take their jewelry, go to what is it? Gold. I think they said it was a gold and something exchange. Wherever you go when you exchange the gold for money. So it was a diamond and gold exchange that he would take their jewelry to. He would get it priced and he would get it evaluated to see like how much it was worth. Some of the stuff he would sell, some of the stuff he would keep. But that's how he was supporting his alcoholic habit because in a nutshell, he was really doing this because he was an alcoholic and he was trying to keep up a lifestyle. He would go to the club every night. He would spend $200 to $300 in the club. He would be buying bottles for everybody in the club. Shots on him off of these unalive people. You know, he was a drunk and he was a clubber, and this is why he did what he did because he was trying to keep up a certain lifestyle. They classify him as a sociopath, which he was. Um, he would take the belongings and he would post them on Craigslist and offer up just so that he could get the money back and go to the club and ball out. I don't know what clubs he was going to in Dallas where he was buying rounds and shots for everybody for $200 to $300 a night, but it had to be like a little hole in the wall because I just don't see it. Because back then, bottles was like just a bottle itself was like $100, $150 in the club. So I don't know what club he was going to, but yeah. Um, in 2016, that was when he did his first 3 unalivings, right? And the the thing of it was that he went to this facility, um, and he told the guards at the facility that he was. I'm guessing he was supposed to be like some head person that they had just hired, but the guards wasn't having it, and they made him leave. He came back, and the guards called the police on him, and they got him arrested. He was walking around with 2 IDs. He was giving them 2 different names. He was supposed to do 72 days in jail that time, but he only ended up doing 12 days. They said something about him getting out on good behavior, which makes no sense. Um,
You okay?
hold on one sec. Give me 1 second.
One, two. But see, Chantel narrated way better than the other two women because they keep joking in between, and it's like they kind of venture off. It's like just get back to the point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You good?
Reporter's back. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, he went to jail for trespassing, and they were thinking that he didn't take anybody's life during that time, but he actually had unalived two people in that first center, and they didn't know it. Right now, um, Deshanna, you said something about DNA, right? So here's what I found out about the DNA.
Yes.
Even though he had went to jail all those times before, they did not take DNA evidence. They did not like get no type of DNA from him when they took him to jail the first few times. Had they taken DNA from him the times that he went to jail, when they did collect the evidence and stuff from all of these incidents, they would have had his DNA on file. But because the police failed to do their job right, that's why they didn't have DNA evidence on file.
But here's where my irritation came in with the police. After 10 unalivings in one facility, they needed to do some investigation on that facility.
Yeah, but the whoever
Exactly.
he had helping him with them bodies, whoever that person was given some pretty good doggone reports for it to go unnoticed with the police.
Cause I'm
I
like,
feel
those
like the person who Rob assumed was doing the unalivings, they didn't say this, but I felt like the person who Rob assumed was doing the unalivings, I feel like he was helping him. And he
Yep.
actually
yeah.
did work in the facility.
Yep.
Cause I'm just like, how are you guys covering up this many people are dying at one place so quickly?
Well, I mean, it's almost kind of like the perfect robbery a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because it's
Right.
like it's a facility where they're up in age, so it's like a lot of stuff is just gonna get looked at as natural causes
Yep.
at a certain point because it's like they come here
Right.
to get comfortable and
But
find a resting place.
had the medical examiner did their job correctly, they would have known that these people were being suffocated.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he was in on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
See?
That's
So
why I'm
how was
like,
the
it's
med-
almost like the perfect crime
so how would the medical examiner be in on it though?
because it's
Would the
like how many cases would it be in
It was
if the
22.
medical examiner is being the one letting it be known, like, okay, this
Mm-hmm.
person passed from strangulation, suffocation, and it's just like there's gonna be some type of coincidence, like it's gonna be some type of common denominator. But it's like at a facility where it's a lot of older folks, some stuff don't really seem like out of the norm. But it's like when you ain't trying to look, you not gonna really find.
You know,
I don't know.
That's just like
y'all remember that
how
episode?
you do
Oh,
something. Go
Huh?
ahead.
no, I was gonna say,
Go
y'all
ahead,
remember that
Chief.
episode? Y'all remember that episode Law and Order like that when the lady was like giving them medicine to make it seem like she had to revitalize them, but she was really like unaliving them
Mm.
to get credit for trying to save their life in the senior citizen home.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people like that is
But
so weird.
here's where I got confused. Like, how is it the same medical examiner how do you say examination person
Examiner. Yeah.
examiner? How is it the same
Right.
person every single
How is
time?
They should have
Like
got
stuff
somebody
just
new.
ain't making sense. And that's where I was getting upset because I'm
right.
like, y'all needed to do more research and tell me more of how did this all come about? Because it just doesn't, it's not adding up. And I feel like there's more people that need to be in jail behind this case. Because I'm sorry, he just wasn't that smart. I just can't believe that.
Right.
So he had to basically be getting help. He had a
Right. And
partner.
that's why I say I feel like
You muted.
that's why I said I feel like the Mucho man, he had to be the one that was actually helping him because you don't get away at this particular facility anyway, because it was two other different facilities, and At this one particular one, 10 people were unalive. So somebody had to have helped him.
If I'm not mistaken, I do think that certain facilities have like their own like people to do certain stuff.
Okay, I would say yes to that if this was like back in the day, but because this was like recent 2017, 2018, I don't think they do that. Like,
But I mean, it would make more sense because it's like
because they would
it's
already
gonna get
call when they
looked
would
at if you
call.
go into more than one. But if you keep going to the same one, it's less eyes to see it for people to say and think stuff. If it's the same one over and over, then it's like it's less eyes being put on the facility, the people, the workers, and everything.
I feel like the police did not do a very good job at investigating none of these cases because it was 22 people that were unalived. This man, and this was the crazy part because evidently the jury there is a little slow as well because his first trial, he got a mistrial because one juror said that she didn't think that he or she said that they didn't think that he was capable of doing that. Like it's not serial unalivers out here every single day. So that didn't make sense because of one juror. And so because they didn't think that they could get him on, because they didn't think that they would win the second trial, he got sentenced to 2 life sentences and for 2 of the unalivings, and the other 20 charges were dropped. So he didn't even get no kind of, he didn't have to take no kind of accountability for the other 2, the other 20, I mean, which was not fair to the other families. Not only that, the lady who actually made them go out and investigate, the Shannon lady, because her mom's jewelry was missing, he didn't even get found guilty of her mother's case when she was the one who put everything in motion for them to start paying attention. So that kind of sucked for me, for her.
Here you go.
And I'm trying to think, what else? Am I missing anything? Am I missing something? Do anybody else have any thing that I missed? The girlfriend said, with the fact that the girlfriend said that she didn't know where he was getting all this jewelry and stuff from and all of this money, but if he don't have no real job and he's an alcoholic, then um exactly where could the money be coming from? Um
Mm.
it's something else I'm missing, and I'm trying to think. Cause I had wrote down a lot of stuff. I wrote like the man was an ass, he was an alcoholic, and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'm serious. Um, the last victim. Hold on.
Oh, something lean.
What Chantel just said.
I
She
gotta
said
think.
it's something else, but she said she can't remember what it was. It was something else. She had a whole list.
I got
But
it.
she didn't. She said,
I got it. I do remember. So the last lady that he unalived, the
Mhm.
the Lou Thai lady, the last lady that he unalived, unlike all of the other victims, he stalked her while she was in Walmart and followed her home because all of them didn't get
Stalked her.
unalived in the facility. I think they said it was like maybe 3 or 4. Yes, they said it said that he stalked her.
I know he
And
stalked
he
her. I just
got
think it's funny.
arrested. He stalked her. He stalked. Oh, you're trying to be funny. He stalked her while she was in Walmart, and he went to her house. He unalived her, and they found. However, the police magically appeared there. They found that her body was still warm. He must have been doing something to get pulled over. When he got pulled over, they found her. I think they said her purse or her ID or something in his car. Oh, they stopped him because he
Mhm.
fit the description of the well dressed, nice black man that was going around the facilities. So that's why he got stopped. And they found
But
her
then,
her
Chantel, you
stuff in his car, and then that's when they went to her house and they found her. Uh-huh.
also you got to remember what even started the
I'm listening.
investigation was the girl, her mother that died. She saw the newspaper, and the
Mm-hmm.
newspaper was the current date, and the drink wasn't hot. Remember, because they said she died at night. But if
No, the
she
drink
died
was
at
still warm. The
oh, okay,
newspaper
yeah,
was the same day, and the tea looked like it was just
Right.
made, like she was still
yeah.
drinking.
And the
But
nail
they decided,
polish.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh,
And so that was the man that Rob originally assumed was doing the unaliving. He was the
okay,
one who told her first that her mom had passed away in her sleep, right? And
uh-huh.
then she seen that she had tea out, she had her newspaper, and she was like, "Well, if she died in her sleep, then why is all of this current stuff out?" And this man gonna tell her maybe she went back to sleep.
And so
Maybe she
for
went back to
that,
sleep and passed away in her sleep. I'm guessing that's what he was trying to say.
okay, so this is where I'm like, okay, with
Your
all of
phone,
these things
you're
happening.
going in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry. With all of these things happening, my question is, did that facility close down or is it still open? Because I don't remember hearing that part.
I don't know. Well, let me find out. Let me Google. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me Google it and see.
I didn't hear anything either. I just know that that's when they start switching off to the other Preston facility.
Rob, did you even listen to the whole thing?
I didn't. I said when they got to the part when they started talking about him coming from Kenya, I was like, okay, I don't need to know where he came from. I'm just trying to hear the case. So I just got from the beginning to when they start talking about he came from Kenya, and I'm like, I don't need all of that. Then I stopped.
It was only an hour.
I know, but I felt like that had nothing to do with the case where he came from.
Well, maybe because his traditions and his ooh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. His outlook on life may have been different because of his upbringing.
It's plausible.
And yes, they are still open.
Oh, no, they not.
And
See,
they
because I'm
accept
I'm
visitors
saying it
and
never
everything.
said nothing about them closing. It just went
You
straight to
said
the
no?
whole. They talking about the other facility with the same name, Preston, and I'm like,
I think what they
okay.
did was they changed the name of the facilities. They still are the beginning of the name, but they changed it to like rehabilitation center instead of assisted living or whatever it was in the beginning. I think that's what they did to try to get around the what was happening there. So yes, they are currently still open. But my grandma or my mama would not be going to any of them
Facts.
because he would have just been practicing trying to rob them.
The whole situation is just crazy to me. It's just they don't make it's crazy. Like
What
it's already like that's like not trusting daycare right now.
Huh?
Right. You know what? You're right. You're right. The the text ID name.
Yes. I don't know too
Yeah, and the
many
channel.
people of our culture that really does that. I mean, it's very rare, but most of the time it's either the mom is coming to stay with one of the kids or the one that's married with the husband as well off. Like
And that's a good question. Why? I mean, I wouldn't do it because I'm not. I wouldn't put my mom in a facility. But
as I
for
said,
us,
culturally we don't do that.
right?
Yeah,
But
we
for
don't.
Hint
us
hint.
as
Hint
but
hint.
for us as why don't we do it?
Because
Um,
we
well,
know how it's no different from like when you don't let certain people watch your kids because they're not going to care about your kids the same way you would. And it's like, this
Right.
is the person that brought you into this world. It's like, would you trust a stranger with your parent? Then it's like on top of them may having like dementia or something like that. So it's like, you know how they may act. And it's like this
yeah,
person you don't know
both of my
nothing about.
grandparents had dementia, and we couldn't. So my on my dad's side, both of my grandparents had dementia. My grandmother got it first, and it was so bad to the point where neither one of us could do it. At one point, she was with my dad. The next point, she was with his sister, my uncles. But it got to a point where you just really can't take care of that person, so they didn't have a choice. And then my grandfather started to develop it too, and they put him in the same nursing home my grandmother was in, and they were in the same one on opposite sides because neither one of them could remember each other. But sometimes you just can't help it.
Right.
The notebook.
So I used to work in a nursing home,
Oh,
and a lot of times what I've seen is that they put them there, and the only time you would see them come visit is like if it was holiday, and you are lucky if you saw them on a holiday. So they literally just put them there and they never came to visit them.
right.
And like you said,
And just
most of the
leave them.
time it
And
was not it
I'm
was
gonna
not our kind. It was the Caucasian people. So
mhm,
that's true.
right. So to piggyback off what she just said, so I actually worked in a nursing home for 1 week, literally 1 week, and I don't even think it was a full
One
week.
week,
It was
you only
probably like maybe
survived
four or
1 week.
5 days,
Wow.
and it was because they would literally not come and visit their family. Like I would go in this one and nobody had came and watered them, and I remember just going in the restroom just crying because I have empathy for people, and so I kind of put myself like in her shoes, and it was just so sad to me. And after that, I said, "Oh no, I can't do this no more," and I quit. All because it was just that sad to tell that they family just put them in there. They set up little cameras in the room so that they can see what's going on in the room, but they're not physically there to actually visit their family. And that was just so crazy to me.
Yeah, it'd be like that too. Like even like the facility I work at, they send gift cards and stuff for birthdays, but they don't even come and visit at all. I'm like, that's crazy.
And that is so crazy. Like it's like they just drop them off and just leave them there, and then when something happens to them, that's when they run back up there pretending like they just cared so much.
I take right when he get in the car, I give it to you. If not, you got permission to go in his book bag and get it. It's right in his blue folder. It's sit right in the top. Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's sit right there. It's 8701 something. I don't know the rest. Uh huh. So after I submit this, I'll let you know. This will submit it. Be on the lookout for. Well, I don't know.
Look at us being nosy.
Right? Look,
Okay.
I
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes. They put in.
Baby,
Coco, we
you asked
wasn't
me
being
for
nosy. We wasn't
you
being
asked me
nosy.
for a student number. Ask me for the social security number. Okay, don't ask me about no student number. I'm not no student no more.
We was most definitely being nosy.
Uh, I was gonna say, like the first thing to make you think about it would be the movie Soul Food. Remember the uncle?
Yeah, Uncle Pete
It was in that back room.
So
upstairs
I know
in
I've been missing. Like, what are y'all talking about now?
we still talking about
Well,
the
you
same
know,
thing, but we talking about like why because Rob said our culture we don't put our family into nursing homes like other cultures do. So that's we kind of like chatting around that.
I don't plan on putting my mom in a nursing home, but I do plan on getting a caregiver to come into the house to help me from time to time.
And see, that was another thing I was going to ask. Seeing that we don't trust to put them in facilities, but what's the difference from putting them in a facility versus having somebody
You
come
got more
in?
control when you got cameras in your house. I have a
They
inside
be
camera in
having
my house.
they be having
That
cameras in the facilities too.
well, look at me. That's
I
exactly
feel
what
like
I
it'd
do.
be more safer
Yeah,
at
look
your
at
house because they
you.
have, they're on limitations.
You right. And I'm saying that on base stuff because my mama just started a new job and she with a lady that's on hospice, but she's on hospice in the home. And they just literally just waiting for her to pass like any day now. So my mom is literally there,
Hint, hint, Rob taking care of somebody.
right?
That's what I said. I just said that.
And so my mama would literally be there 24/7 until the lady passes away.
Mm.
But I'm not there 24/7.
Well, she
But
there 24/7 until the lady passed away.
Once the
yeah.
auntie wants the number, you're going to be there 24/7 round the clock, on the
What?
Period.
clock.
Wait.
He
Say
gonna
that
be a
again.
live
Hold on.
in
I
for
missed
real,
something.
for
I
real.
missed something. What you say?
When
Say that again.
Auntie Fina's want them numbers,
Auntie
them
Fina.
digits,
Auntie Fina.
What?
you going to be there
Nah.
24/7 around the clock. And baby,
Nah.
guess what? Rose is going to be mad, baby.
Ain't
Nope.
she?
You know what? This week, like last week, they already had
Wow.
like a lady come
Wow, this
by.
place should make you want to go and be nice to this lady. You better cook her all the make her
No, it
all the
don't. Make no, it
peanut
don't.
butter
No,
and
it
jelly
don't.
sandwiches she
No.
asked for.
See, this is the problem. I just be
Don't
myself. Being nice is
What you
a
trying
way
to
you
light a candle? What you doing?
Somebody
incense.
flicking a lighter?
He is trying to set the mood, baby, okay?
Y'all funny. Anyways, no.
Strike it again, brother. Strike it again.
No, I lit
see.
it.
I was
It's
just gonna
lit.
say we know it
It's
ain't she
lit.
because she muted.
It's lit.
Hey, it's lit.
They they hired. They're supposed to be in the process of hiring some more people. But I'm saying no. I won't be. I be nice, but I don't try to be overly anything. Just like this past week, she's like Robert. I'm like yes. She goes, you big strong man. You ain't even gonna try to help me move this. I was like, nah.
Not you, big strong man.
She's like, you a man, and I was like, me being a man don't got nothing to do with nothing. Like that's
I'm
not part of
just
my
wondering
job.
when does this turn into harassment? At what point do this turn into harassment?
I don't. You know what? It's just harassment. To be honest, it's looked at very differently through the scopes of men and women.
No, not to me. Because at
And
some
I
point it's
understand
harassment.
that, but in the working dynamic, it's just so different. Like, cause it's almost like in a way, if we both do the same job, we'll look at it like an equal opportunity until it's something that might be too heavy or something. Then it's like, oh, can you do this? So it's like now I'm being asked to just do something to help with the other person because they're not strong enough to lift this or move it. But it's like we both hired and getting paid equally to do the same thing. So it's like it just happens like that.
But
Just
it's a
like it
million
might be
other people.
times, huh?
It's a million other people in the house that could help move these things.
Yeah, but it's always going to equate to I'm the one getting paid for it. You see what I'm saying?
Or it's all that take.
Yeah, you getting paid to care for her, not care for everybody else in the house.
Oh, I don't. That's why they always have something to say. I know that. I don't
Oh,
care.
okay.
So you
See,
say
I
they
don't.
hire more people, they hire more what, daycare workers? So you ain't got to be bothered.
No, they hire like
Bother with the kids.
so. My thing would just be when I come, I'll just be able to work within my time frame and then just leave. Like Chantel be like, you tell them it's time to go. You ain't gonna be working no extra hours.
Gotta
I was
work.
like,
Yes, it's time to go. You gotta
because they
go
was
too. It's time to
complaining
go.
now from every pay period, me having all these extra hours. But it was like,
After you
it just
help
be
them
right.
move, the nerve.
But see, this is the problem. It's not. See, the actual boss of the company didn't have a problem. But we all know how that works. It's never the boss. It's always someone under the boss that wants the boss title, who act like they the boss. And it's like they may be a little bit above you, but it's like you're not the boss. But they try to act like they are. So it'd be those type of things. So that's what goes on. Plus I have to deal with the whole they acting like I'm a oven mitt. I just say oven mitt because it's almost like this is what I'm made to do. Then it's like, oh, well, he could do like no, it don't work like that. I'm not the server boy or nothing. It's like I'm doing specifically what I'm supposed to do.
So
Why you
Tracy,
there?
Tracy asked a question, and it's a good question too.
What happened? Where go? So it's your regular employer? I'm confused.
No. So this is what I'm saying. Over the
So is
actual
it the
facility and the place and
employer or the
everything
family?
that is doing this or saying stuff. Like,
I think it's the company, right? The job.
yeah, okay, it's the company. I know the actual boss of the company. But see, the boss was the one telling the actual supervisor, which is also her mother, for this particular house being ran over or governed over. She was like, the extra hours is fine. It's understandable because we know that's the only person there to help. But then it's like the lady that's in the office who's like, I want to say like the secretary or
I'm gonna say
whatever. I
she
don't know.
sound like the secretary because they usually do the most.
Right. Because I'm like, at one point going years back, I was like, she was like doing like what? The receptionist or something. And I guess she got like a upgrade job or something. I don't know what it is she do. I don't even care. But it's like she'll be the one like trying to like say stuff to her or like email me about certain stuff like, oh, you need to do your timesheets. I was like, I already did my timesheets. Like, them hours is the hours I did. Like, it's nothing been added on. That's all that I did. I don't have to do it over. So that's one of the issues. Then I have to deal with this weird dynamic of they just want me to do certain stuff that I'm just like, I know it's part of my job, but it's like she doesn't even do this. So it's like I don't have no reason to do that. Like I'm not gonna clean up the bathroom behind y'all. Do this. So it's like I don't have no reason to do that. Like I'm not gonna clean up the bathroom behind y'all. Do this. So it's like she there you go. So that's how it be.
I
I
really
mean,
feel
at
like they
this
should be like
point, you not
possibly
finna
taking
bother me or bug me about something that I know I'm supposed to do, but I feel like I should not be doing it because she's not messing it up.
Right.
Baby,
That's
when
exactly
you
how I
start
feel.
interfering,
That's exactly how I feel. That's why it's always some type of back and forth. And I believe, I know she don't like it, but then at the same time, it's kind of like she'll do like the women did on the podcast. She'll say little stuff, and I just listen to it like, this is one of the main reasons I have more than one job. Because you know how people be trying to like lightweight say little stuff. And she thought I left something. And she's like, look, Rob, remember what I said about, I was like, I didn't have that. And she's like, oh, I had that. And I was like,
so
huh?
you
And she's
can
like,
remind me
okay.
of something I left, but y'all sit around here using the bathroom that she didn't clean. So that's why stuff like that, I wouldn't mind telling my employer, please let them know, cause
I think
you
I
can
was
Always
remind me
say,
what I left. What do I need to remind you that she don't use that bathroom, but y'all still using that bathroom?
is we
that's
back to
why,
the bathroom
I
situation
think
again?
Rob, I think
no,
what y'all kind of got y'all stuff kind of got crossed at is when you help them move for that first month, and you literally help them move for a month. I think they got too comfortable, so they felt like it was okay asking you to do
Yeah,
things
because
that were out of your
when you
job
was helping them
description.
moving, I thought you
So
was moving
now,
this whole time.
so like now it's just like they feel like, oh, it's okay, Rob will do it. Oh, it's okay, we can get Rob to do it. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think that's where the problem came in. They just got so
Taking
comfortable
advantage.
in
You're taking
you
advantage
doing
of
it.
his niceness and his
Right.
kindness.
Yeah, that's
That's
Robin is
exactly
nice
what it
though.
is.
It don't work no more though. I know, because I remember we had a conversation. And she was like, you know, it was this one guy that was working for us, and he would do all of it. And I was like, well, you should hire him back. Like, I'm not
Right.
gonna like just hire him
Exactly.
back. I
Don't
was
hit.
like,
Did you
Don't.
ever
I
find
said
out?
just like any woman would say, oh, I was with this dude and he was doing all this. I'm like, well, then get back with him. Get
Mhm.
back with him. Why would you leave? Like,
You
and my
need
whole
That's
thing is
why
like,
to.
he.
You need to
That's why
ask.
he
Like,
probably left.
I was just gonna get ready to
I'm
say that.
like,
You
I'm
need
not
to ask
finna do
why did
all
the
of that.
last person leave?
That's what you
I
Right.
should
want to know
ask
why the
him. What
last
happened
person
to
left.
the last person? Because if
It'd be, you know what? I swear, I probably would have been gone if I didn't have my type of attitude. Because it's like, even like one day, the granddaughter was like joking around. She was like, everything good, ain't you, Desiree? And she was like, yeah. She's like, oh, well, if Robert doing something, just let me know. I was like, what?
And that's
Like,
another
you
thing.
ain't
I
gonna
don't
do
like
that.
how they feel like. I don't like how they all comfortable with those little girls being around you. That way, if something happened, they won't. They ain't got the nerve to say, "Oh, well, Rob did X, Y, and Z." I don't. That whole little setup. I don't even like it because I don't.
Don't let
I
it
don't
be
know.
one of
It's
our
just like,
parents. Don't let it be one
mm,
of our parents, baby. Cause what? Why is
right.
wait,
Yeah, I
so
don't like
This
that
is
whole little setup.
why.
Like those girls, those kids shouldn't even be nowhere around you when you at work. Like they need to be off in their area and let you be in your working area. They should not be around you asking you to judge dance fucking competitions. This ain't you. Ain't they ain't trying to get on no show? What they think this is? Yeah, that's a fact.
This is exactly the same thing I be saying. Like, I know what I'm here for. And it's like, just because y'all get familiar with me, it's like, I'm not here for y'all. And it's like, people take it out of context or feel like I'm being mean. I'm like, I'm just being honest.
yeah,
At
you
some
got to be.
point, you just
If,
got to take the honesty for what it is.
yeah, because
It's
if you
like,
Right.
don't,
you?
if you don't never speak up, they ain't gonna never hear you. You
oh,
got to
I
speak
always
up.
speak up. But see, that's the whole thing. I
You
always
need me to
speak
speak
up,
up
but
for
it's
you?
like
I'll speak up for you.
I have to take a time to say stuff a certain way because I know most of the time when I say certain stuff, it's gonna come out differently.
Yeah, they might
Rob,
take it a
And
certain
that's
way.
okay.
Rob,
How you said it
you
the
need to
first
have
time,
it
they
in
gonna mean
writing.
it.
Send them an email so you have your own proof.
For now on, when you clock out, play that song that's been down my timeline all the day. He got me tripping and do like that and leave.
But
They gonna
here's
fire
No, I
you.
another
play
thing
too
too,
short. I just play
Rob.
too short. It's time to go.
I
Y'all
know
never heard
you.
that song?
I know you
Tell
don't
me
want to
where to
quit,
go. Tell me where to go.
Rob.
No,
I
it's
know you
time to
don't want
go.
to quit. We'll have this conversation off here because I don't know I get my emotions get too bothered when it comes. I don't like the way they act like you just
Yeah, I feel like
they
Okay.
hands
they
you
be
in them.
trying to like handle you in a sense. Not necessarily. Don't take it that way. Because I know you
I
ain't gonna
don't
let
take
nobody
nothing.
handle. You know they ain't gonna let nobody handle you. But you
I ain't
know,
gonna take it no way. I'm
I
listening.
be telling y'all I got YNs in different states. Take state to state.
Listen,
Rob,
listen. You remember that day? I don't think we never said that to Chi about it.
Well,
You
you
remember
need to
that day
send
when
them
Tracy got
because
up
no,
here
because you
and
need them.
and and I think you said I think Chantel said you want Chi to send one of her YNs and Tracy like huh.
I did. You want to send them? I ain't
And
like
she
that.
like, huh? And Chantel told her what a minute in the comments. Tracy, I say, just say yeah, Tracy. Tracy.
I caught on later.
Dang, this was first.
Oh my
No, but the
god.
only thing that I wanted to share with Rob,
Hey, hold on.
Some of the whole little setup that just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't. They not discriminate
That's the song.
about nothing. Like,
oh,
yeah, I know.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
all right now. Don't play that part.
Crystal.
Get out of my face, please.
And get the live shut down now.
Nah, they gonna fire your
Well,
ass.
all right.
See,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
perfect
you
song.
definitely,
That's what you need to
it's a
play
perfect
when
song, but
that's the
Yeah,
song you need to play
you
when
already
the ex is
crossed
seeing
it.
you stay late.
He can play that on his last day.
I
Yeah,
know.
you might as well,
Right.
because they giving you your walkie
No,
papers
I
that
wouldn't
day.
play that on my last day. I had to play the franchise boys. Stop
Oh,
calling me. I ain't gonna say the first part.
Yeah, we already know the song, Rob.
All
But no,
right, okay.
what I was gonna suggest, if you're open for suggestions, only because being in corporate America, they don't teach you this. You just learn the game as you go. Do you have any type of notebook or some type of thing that you do as far as caretaking for her? And what I mean by that, like when she ate, when she had a bowel movement, like do you have something like that, like a folder? Because caretaking look different for everybody, so I don't know,
No, we don't have that
Mm-hmm,
for this particular company, but I know what you're talking about because it's like at the other facility where I work.
mm-hmm.
We have like the Mars and everything, and like the daily notes of everything like that, and they have like body check to check their bodies to see where they have like any type of scars or anything. So
So where
this
I was
this is
going with
very
that
different.
is right, and that's where I was going. You have that experience, so why are you not doing it? Like you have experience just because they don't have it set up, you're protecting yourself by having it set up. And because of their surroundings, this is your time where your voice is on paper. And you need to put it on paper and let the paper and the back and forth chain of command come back to you in writing with the email. So that way you have a timestamp when you sent it, a timestamp when they read it, and then a timestamp when they reply back to you. Because when you aren't comfortable keeping this stuff to yourself and sharing it to us, it's fine. We're family. We're going to help you. But you're going
No,
to
I
still have the
talked to my
same
aunt about it
conditions.
because my aunt is the one that wanted me to come back at this facility, and then she was like, just work it out these 90 days. So I talked to her and I was like, you know what? I'll talk to you later because I didn't want to say nothing because this was that one day when I came and it's like they left her by herself and the house was locked up and I'm like,
All of that needs to be noted, Rob, because at the end of the day,
I
if they
I'm
if they
saying
tried to
that
do it,
saying it was I noted it, but I also called and talked to my aunt that day because I was like, you know what, let me end up calling you later on
Rob, so do
off.
you don't got to report to like a recruiter or nothing because you got one case, like a main case.
Right.
Okay.
so your aunt works at the employer,
And see,
she's
this
the
is the thing.
supervisor.
So it's like the supervisor at the house where I'm at is my mom.
No,
Oh
I'm
gosh.
I'm dismissing the mom. I'm
Look,
saying go to the person that's higher than the mom, like the company, whoever writes your
It
payroll, your
sounds like
W
Wait,
some
two.
so the
bootleg
mama
someplace.
hired
It sounds
London,
bootleg all
oh
the
my.
way
Because
around.
basically what I'm trying to get at is this. This is like people that have home daycares. Home daycares
Mm-hmm.
don't have the same guidelines and the procedures as
True.
daycares
True.
do because they're government funded. They either getting food stamps from the government or they have a education requirement that they get from the government to get some of their funding. At most daycares that have a facility. This house is just somebody that went and got a license and said they are caretaker. This is her child that she, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's too many red tapes you already hear. So what you got to start doing is taking the onion and peeling it back and putting it on paper from everything that you can remember to just cover yourself.
Hello?
I mean, that's what I would do if I was in
Hello?
a situation, if I was going to be there and work in a job,
Yeah.
because this is your job.
I have my
And
own daily notes for each time I'm on the shift.
right, but at this point, you got to go a little bit above, beyond just your notes that per
Yeah.
shift. Like, for example, we were talking about the children. Someone higher than the mother needs to be CC'd in the email to the mother stating your concerns of how you feel about the children being present with you that is not none of relation. You know what I'm saying? Like if you need a professional way to word stuff, send it to you, type it up and I'll retype it and send it to you a different way. That's what I'm saying, but it needs to be addressed. Leaving it out there to not be addressed is just going to put you more in a situation later on.
I agree.
I mean,
You gotta cover yourself.
In other words, cover yourself, Rob.
Cover yourself. Yep.
Because I don't trust them folks.
Me neither. It
I
sounds
don't
very
either.
Very
Shady.
shady. It all
Very
sounds
shady.
shady.
Yeah, because it all just draws back into why did the first person leave before me? What was their reason for leaving?
I have no idea. That's the crazy part too.
And you're
Well,
not gonna know
Because
because
like
some
think
of
about it
them.
like this. I'm being told that they haven't had nobody since COVID. But then it's like you also trying to tell me that there was a guy working here who did all these different things. And I'm just like, well, until I step into the scene, y'all ain't had nobody until I came. So why you couldn't contact him all that time?
So did you get like a total job description of everything you're supposed to do?
Yeah, I worked for this company prior to me moving years ago. So it was like I was like, you know what, let me try my
COVID was
hand.
so long ago, though, so they
I
didn't
know
have.
that too. See, I left before. Well, no, I left during COVID, but it's like I didn't know them, of course.
Okay, let me ask one more question. You said that the auntie is the boss or the supervisor or the what? What is she again?
She's like the supervisor that's supposed to be governed over that house.
Oh, so not for the company, just for the house.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to understand because I was trying to figure out like how that works. But okay, I see what you're saying.
Well, okay, it's like this. So it's like within the company have like all these little different supervisors. The supervisors may govern over multiple different houses. So it's like all the employees that work within those houses is under all of them. But it's like she only governs over the house that's hers. So therefore, it's like the person I would talk to is her. Besides her, I have my actual aunt, the one that
So
wanted me to come back.
is this house like a facility where they just have like, or maybe I'm
No,
not
see,
asking the right.
it would be considered a residence
Okay, you know how like
because
they
it's
have
actually in
halfway
someone's
houses.
home.
okay, so Rob, did you get appointed this client or you picked this client?
No, I got appointed because when I did it, it was like they needed somebody, and I'm like, whatever. But see, this is the thing. When I did this in the beginning, I didn't know like how it was going to be, how it was going to go. It was just I'm starting off back new, so it's like okay, no problem. But then I ended up starting right away, and I was like, dang, this is very different. I thought this was just an introduction. I didn't know I was going to be starting the same day. I'm just meeting a person.
Yeah, they needed
But
somebody as soon as possible.
They threw you in there. You just sit
Yeah,
and
down.
then
they
it's
needed
like
somebody
asking me if I can help.
ASAP.
Can they move? And then it's like they start moving the next
That's
week. I'm
crazy.
like, dang.
That's why they
So
did that.
and I'm just like, you
They
know what?
basically hired a mover, not an aide. Now they
So I
got
was
you
like,
over there. Okay, so remember, I think we asked this before though. Remember, we were saying like, oh, the kids be over there with the person, the lady you watch, but that's like her niece or something kids or somebody. Who kids is it again? Her granddaughter kids.
okay, I'm gonna break it down. So even though I say that that's her mom, it's actually her aunt. But ever since whatever situation happened with her mom, she just started calling her mom and just start calling her daughter. But it's like all those grandkids is either the aunt's actual daughter kids for whatever reason she don't have them and she got them. Like when people do like you have a family member who kids finna be put in the system. So the only way to avoid it is
I
to
got
kind
you.
of like you got to take the necessary classes to be able to be like they foster parent, even though they're actually family members.
Okay.
Whew. Took a deep breath on that one.
Yeah, they got a lot going on.
I
That's how
Jesus.
know.
my aunt, but that's how my aunt kids is. She was on drugs, so my aunt had to take classes to adopt her own nieces and
You
nephews.
got to say D Rugs.
Oh,
The what?
man, they got a month left.
Well,
Ah,
They
man.
got a month left.
Girl, they about to go. I mean, they about to go ahead.
What is? I missed that. We can't say. We can't say. We can't say the A word.
I
Rug.
think
hey,
just in, I think
no,
you're
I
just saying
said
it
D
just
Rugs.
in case just in case.
Just booger sugar and stuff like that. We can't say that.
Right.
Booger sugar.
Okay,
Y'all
so
gonna have to send me a message because y'all got me so confused.
you don't know what booger sugar is? The Whitney and Bobby?
No.
Oh my God.
Well, some things
Look.
that I
No,
want to know, and some
I
things
know
that I'm
Chi
okay with
happy
not
because this
knowing.
is the only time she not delayed.
I know, right?
Don't leave Stacey alone.
I will be the first to tell you when you start talking about other words, other verbiage and stuff. Nope. I mean dictionary only. If it requires me to Google it and then I get it from a slang dictionary, I nine times
You
out
don't
of
even
10
need a
I'll know
slang.
what it
It's like
You don't
is.
need a slang. You don't know Bobby Whitney? Bobby Whitney?
just don't say.
You know they was on that crack. That's what he
It's
talking
like
about.
I'm kind of like spelling it out. D
Oh,
Rugs
Shoot.
gotcha.
instead of
They
saying
did
it.
say
So
they
it's
was
like
very
Okay, well
what's
Chantel
that?
already did said
They
it
were
now,
They was
so I
on
know
that
what you're
functional.
crack.
talking about.
No, they can't ban me for saying crack.
Oh
They
Crack
was
just
shit.
means
not
a lot of
functional.
things.
you never
They was
know.
not functional people.
You never know.
It was get on down, get on down.
Cause I ain't never heard no person get banned from popping up on the live and you like, oh, get him
I'm
out of
about
here.
to say it's a lady on here now who talk about how she do that while she watch her kids. It help her function.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yes, so honey,
But you gotta
Since
remember, everybody can't do what everybody else do.
that's a fact.
That's
It's
true.
a
facts.
whole fact. It's
That's
a
You know what I'm
Say
true.
that.
saying?
I have shared
yeah.
that. If you ain't making
And
titty enough
man,
money, and I mean some serious money, you do have to watch what you say.
Shoot, even the people that's making them some serious money getting banned and stuff.
That's a fact.
So
right.
They not
I'm just a
involved.
bronze child.
Nurse Hannah, she got knocked down. It's a couple of them getting knocked down.
they done took y'all uncle auntie page so many times.
Ooh,
Uncle
Auntie Netta?
Auntie.
Yeah, y'all uncle auntie.
I don't know if again we ain't gonna worry about it though.
Did y'all hear
Wait a
the
minute.
Talking
You
about
mean she's
Netta.
still alive?
yes,
Charles and
and
Netta.
she got her own seasoning line.
Wait a minute. But wait,
Listen,
wait, wait,
listen, this is,
wait.
I'm gonna explain it to you. This is what happened, D. They were confusing that it was a woman on here with the actual name Netta that passed
Oh,
away.
oh, because I
And a
was
lot of
like,
people just assumed that that's the Netta they was talking about.
yeah,
Wait,
because I
wait.
was all kinds of confused.
And
I was like, well, why they keep showing
he
her if
probably
she's
enjoyed
not
that.
here?
He
I
probably enjoyed that.
I just seen her on live. That's why it confused me because I literally just seen her on live.
That's
And I
crazy.
don't even know who y'all talking about, Lori.
Listen,
Me neither. I'm lost.
Okay, I'm so
Uncle
glad I ain't by
Netta and
myself.
That in
Miss Netta
Charles.
and Charles.
Yeah, the one that looked like Big Brewster.
Who the what? What in the who?
Holiday.
you go,
Right.
Holiday
you
Right.
Holiday.
Oh,
Tracy, you
Netta
lost.
says
you
she
I'm
you
lost.
go, you
Netta says
you
she
gonna be
done with
listening.
TikTok or TT.
Shut up, Rob.
Remember she
You
rode that
ain't
bike
got
with me? Well,
politician.
what's the
Some
name?
people don't even know what I'm talking about.
I
Some people
do.
don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what part you talking about when he was crying.
Doing what you can.
You you go you
You a good
you you gonna be listening.
thing. You know what? I can't.
Yeah, Big Netta
I
said they
love
done
Harlem
with
Nights.
TT
What?
because her
If y'all see somebody go live, it ain't us. It ain't Netta and Charles. I can
yup
tell you that. Okay,
yup
girl.
Oh wow.
and they said their presence is still gonna be on here because people love reposting them or screen recording because they I follow them on FB and they be live all the time over there. And
Mm,
it's just like the people over there, I guess they consider them to be a little nicer.
mm,
Mm.
So they say, but they still be over there eating them up. But I guess they
mm.
probably make more money over there from what Netta said. But
You can make money on Facebook?
mhm,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Did not know.
I want to be
You
TikTok
can
rich.
what on Facebook, you saying?
I'm on Facebook, but I don't ever go on there. Last time I looked, it said I had like 200 friend requests. I said, "Oh, the devil is a lie."
And they probably still sitting over there waiting.
And I got right off. I was like, let me go to Instagram.
Yeah.
Did y'all
Okay.
hear about?
I was waiting on that because
Did y'all hear about Jay-Z?
Yes.
I thought y'all was going to talk
90
about
years
that.
See,
I
old.
thought y'all was going
I've
to
been
talk
waiting
about
on.
that.
I've been waiting on that. I've been waiting for them to come out with that.
Only
I
reason
believe it.
okay, so now listen, because we from Rochester, New York. You know that his clothing line Rockaware is named after Rochester. His brother used to cut my brother's hair because he owned a barber shop back in the day, and he used to always come to town. They used to always have concerts, but I believe it. And then I believe that the person who's coming out just wants some money right now. But the reason I say I believe it because you got to think this is 25 years ago. Was like 2025. This is 25 years ago. Like
Yeah.
they was doing all types of stuff.
And
MTV parties.
in the 90s, all the young girls wanted an older guy with money. Like, that's just what it was.
Not all of them.
13?
Well,
Yeah,
that was crazy. But then did you guys see that the boy that looks just like him that he won't do the DNA test with?
Yes, that's his boy. That's his son.
Yeah, and his
He
mom
looked
was
just like
15.
him. He
Yes.
looked just like him. Oh my God.
And his mom was
Put it in
15.
there first. You need to.
Exactly. That's why he don't want to take the test.
Yeah,
That's just why he
exactly.
don't want to take that test.
You ain't on TikTok shop.
Hey, what's his name? What's the comedian that's everybody going down in 2024? All this
Oh,
stuff
Cat
coming out. What's
Williams.
his name?
Cat
He
Williams.
said all this stuff coming out.
Yeah, but
And,
what's that
and
other lady name too that be doing the videos? I know y'all know who I'm talking
who,
about.
Bella?
No, not Bella.
She's talking about Jaguar Wright.
She talking about Jaguar, right?
Oh yeah, she's another one. She
Oh Lord.
be on some stuff, but she be on point. So some of the stuff she be saying coming
You
to
know what she
pass.
was talking about?
Well, you guys know what comes out
Yep.
tomorrow.
Jaguar wants somebody to pay her some
What?
money.
What
Tomorrow
come out
is
tomorrow?
Jamie Foxx on Netflix, and he's supposed to talk about what happened to him.
Okay, so this is what we should do. We should watch that. Everybody should watch that, and then we should get together and talk about it.
I ain't paying for no Netflix.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch it. I just became
Rob, I'm gonna need
subscriber
that.
to Netflix.
I'm gonna need
Need that
that
login.
app because
I ain't paying for Netflix.
Netflix
So
coming.
we need that login.
So I want to talk about that case where clearly that them people was YT on that picture and they trying to take that baby.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The Jacqueline Williams. That's what you're talking about. Talking about Jacqueline Williams.
CNN. I told you.
Yeah.
Talking about
That's the
light skinned
second.
baby, light skinned
look.
baby. That is
Oh, that dark baby.
So, question: did anybody see Jaguar's son talking about her the whole interview?
Yeah, but I'm wondering, does she have another son? Because they
No,
said
they
that
don't.
one of her sons was taken by the industry. So is it that son that talked with Tasha K or a different son?
It's the son that she always talk about that say kind of slow.
But then they said that he's supposed to be a little sweet or something like that.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
That was told.
Earthquake nearby.
All right, guys, I ain't fooling with y'all. I'm supposed to be on my live at 6 o'clock. I really enjoyed you guys. I appreciate you putting me up. The panel. I'll try to catch y'all. We are back on again tomorrow.
We can just go on when
Are we gonna give a day to watch the whole show? The Jamie Foxx?
Shannon,
Yeah,
now
I
I got
think we should do like
Netflix.
When it come on?
Tomorrow. It said
Okay,
Tuesday.
okay.
I'm looking at Netflix right now. It says tomorrow.
Okay.
we'll be on my live tomorrow, so
Yeah,
we can
we'll
talk
be
about
on
it on my
Coco
live.
Live tomorrow.
So everybody that's on the panel, if you do a live, share the live with me. I'll try to come and support.
I got to add your link page. 'Cause I
Thank
don't
you. I added you already.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna go because I'm like 9 minutes late, and I like to be on time.
Have a blessed night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell Sydney I said hello.
Oh, I don't even see them no more.
What?
People be acting different, so I just let them leave where they
Oh,
Amen.
got you. That's how Ruger did.
Period.
Right.
That was a way to end your little session with us. Thank you.
That's right, Miss Lorna.
Okay. Let me say something before I go. Okay, I'm all about people's vibe and people's energy. If I feel like your energy and your vibe is not connecting with mine no more, and I feel like it's a little off, and I've tried and it's still that feeling there, I decided just that it's just not good anymore. So I
Thank
decided,
you, Mama Lorna. Thank you. Cause woo,
exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah.
As the clapping.
Oh,
Amen.
Amen.
You lucky I ain't
So,
grab my tambourine off there in the room in there.
not the tambourine.
And my vibe is always the same.
yes,
Amen.
you are. That's the
Plus,
truth, Rob.
Yep.
Because
Got
it
it.
really is. You're
No
the
It
lies
is.
told there, Rob. No lies told there.
That is also true.
Amen.
all right, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
You
You
Bye.
too.
too.
Coco, question.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, now.
Wait, Miss Coco waved, and I'm at the camera waving too.
Right?
Hold on.
I thought it
Coco,
was
question. I got a question. Coco, when you said the light skinned baby, which one you talking about? You was talking about the case or you was talking about something else? No. Coco.
She on mute.
Chill, mute.
Be bopping. Well, herself first.
Coco.
Didn't she have
I am driving, so I'm trying to do what I'm doing on my end.
Doing it.
Okay. I was
But
asking
to
about.
answer your question, I was talking about the case. When you sent the
That's most
pictures,
likely what they're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
I went through all the pictures and I figured that was Deborah on the last picture with all the kids.
Uh-huh.
That's Deborah, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
That lady is YT. She not.
She is. The kids were mixed. The last man, the Laverne man, the dark skinned man, he was the last two kids' daddy.
If it ain't over before it's time. Oh, wait, let me mute this. Sorry, y'all.
And I didn't remember that this case was sad when Rob said that was one that he wanted to do. But if everybody hasn't listened to it, it was
We can
sad.
still talk about it. I
Okay.
can still mute and go in and listen and pop
If
back
you
out.
send it to everybody, just let listen to it. Listen to it first, because
Okay.
I feel like that one is good. I
It is
mean,
good.
You're welcome. I picked a good one.
I'll
You're
send
welcome.
it. I'll send it to Crystal so that she'll have it. So that I mean, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it another day this week.
I
Instead of
did pick
waiting
a
until
good one.
Monday, we
But
can
you
do it
didn't
another
listen
day
to
this week
it.
instead of waiting until Monday. That
I
way, I
actually
can
picked
send it
that
to
one before
Crystal.
the one we just discussed.
bruh, let
Hey,
Chantel
Mr.
talk.
B.
Oh,
Cause
that
we
way, I can send it to Crystal, and that way, Chi can get a chance to actually listen to it this time. Chi. That way, when we
Mm.
go over it,
Slim Shady.
whatever day we do this week, they'll know. Even if you gotta listen to it while you gardening,
Mm.
it might make you. It actually made me sad when I first listened to it. I cried. So it is a little sad, and I kind of didn't want to have to be the one to tell this story. I actually wanted Rob to do it since he picked it because it was too sad for me, especially when it's dealing with kids.
Oh.
but we got to make
I
sure Rob
didn't.
doesn't listen to the whole thing in its entirety.
Well, not too much on my boy.
I'll listen to it. What made it so funny because I found myself writing down like the funny comments that they were saying. Like it's like, but the sister, I don't know, sister, she got to go.
Why her
The
friends in the
one who's
chair?
telling the story, but the other one, she got to go. She got to go.
It was baby's birthday this weekend, so I really was like out of it. So I got an excuse.
It's okay.
But I'm gonna look into it.
I'm gonna resend it to you.
All right. No, what?
Ooh-wee.
Jesus. Lord of mercy.
One guy.
For your passport.
your passport picture actually looks nice.
Thank you.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, y'all.
I was
Hello,
like,
greetings,
who's
Lex from
what?
the city.
My baby got
Thank
her
you.
passport came today. I
Oh,
told
Hello,
y'all she
Lex in
going
the
to
city.
Italy in March.
I know that's right, girl.
Oh,
She
Anthony,
looked
have
like
fun.
a criminal on her
Not too,
passport
not,
picture. Cause
not too much, Crystal. Not too much.
I guess did they tell y'all not to smile?
Yes, you can't smile.
Yeah,
They don't
you
want you to
can't. They
smile.
you can't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you can't.
Oh shoot.
Bougie.
I
Why?
smiled on mine.
And
Well,
they
it don't
took
matter
it.
because I wouldn't smile
Where you get
anyway.
yours done at?
I'll probably
Um,
smoke a little bit.
I'm not doing that
Oh, you
with
trying to
you.
be funny?
Yeah, she on there looking like yeah, you can make mine. She looking like they one of them people they trying to keep out the country.
That's how mine look.
I look the
They
same
look
way.
real serious.
I
I
don't
look
even know
like
where
all day
mine
I had
is.
to fight on mine.
That's what she.
Oh no, I got my hair done. I did my makeup.
Oh, see, you went ready.
Oh yes.
You went for a glamour shot for your passport
Yeah,
photo?
that's 10
Yeah,
Right?
years. 10 years of a picture that we gotta keep.
He's like, that's
girl,
10 years.
I'm weak.
It's true though.
And that
She
Oh,
said they won't catch me slipping.
everything.
Okay, now when they see me at the airport, they're gonna be like, "Are you sure you're you?"
Right.
Because I'm not putting no makeup on. You better be happy I have some decent clothes on. Shoosh.
Girl, no, I need you to know that I be having some days, baby, because it might be
I
some
about to
days with me
say,
walking through the airport, some
even my
days
even my
Okay.
license picture zone. I made
you're
sure I
not
was
keeping
glammed
me
up for my
anywhere.
license. It's bad. Son told me they gonna make you take a picture. I said, no, I ain't going in there looking like this.
Okay, for real.
Well,
The
Crystal,
lady
all I
told
can
me, she
say is
said,
you was
"You look
lucky.
different." I said, "I know," because I had makeup on the last picture. I had to hurry up and come do this before it suspended. Shoot.
All I can say is you lucky, Crystal, because some of them post office workers will straight up tell you don't smile and look, directly somewhere, and it's like they move on the other side of you and take the picture,
See,
making you look like a reject.
see, Patty, and that ain't right. And that's the petty stuff I do. If I was the photographer, I'd be like,
Well, you can do it yourself at home, and you
Yep.
just have to have a white background.
oh, see,
You
I be
can,
learning
but they can
stuff
also
talking to
tell you
y'all
that they
because I
don't
didn't
prove
know
it.
that.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can.
I want to always look like I had a hard time crossing the border, because you
No,
ain't about to
Right.
keep me. You ain't about to keep me. I look just the way you think I look. Tired.
No.
Yeah, you're not keeping me. If something comes up and you want to check my stuff and my passport look all glamorous, I don't need you taking me in the back for nothing. No, baby. I had the same struggle you had.
I didn't even wear jewelry.
Nope. No earrings, no nothing.
Oh, I had earrings on. I had hoops.
Mm-mm.
Listen, you went
See,
in
you was
there.
misinformed. Didn't nobody educate you. That's all right, Crystal. Don't look. I can't tell
Listen,
you where not to go to, but don't go down to the Gulf, all right? You might not make it back.
listen. I was like, that's 10 years. 10 years. I may look ugly after close to the 10. At least I can say I remember.
I'm with D. I'd rather look ugly and be like all my life than to look pretty. Cause you don't understand. Like sometimes them people be doing,
I,
they be doing unthoughtful things. They try to match your passport with somebody else and keep you over there. That's all I'm saying.
I
Oh,
ain't
for
say I
real?
look ugly. I just said I
I
look
ain't saying you
fat.
was ugly. I'm saying, oh Lord Jesus,
You,
I was
you
saying all
said.
my life, so you can come back home and have a some type of freedom.
Yeah. I'm not saying I look like Miss Sophia across the table after she came back home. I ain't look
Now
like
I wouldn't
that.
have never said that you just too pretty in the picture and in person.
But
Not Miss Sophia.
How
yeah,
you
Miss
not Miss
Sophia
When they
Sophia?
across
was
the
at the
table when she
house for
just got home.
what was it, Thanksgiving or what
Mm-hmm.
was it?
Mm-hmm. Sitting in
Mm.
that jail. Sitting in that jail about done rot to death.
I'm not even gonna play with y'all today.
D.
And when I seen you, I know there was a God. That's my favorite movie, y'all.
Yeah, man, they did Sophia dirty.
She had her moment.
I
I
can
like.
tell.
She pepped up. Shut up, you old fool. Pass them peas. Sophia home now. Pass them over.
I did not like the remake as a musical.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
me
it.
neither.
I didn't watch it.
It's horrible.
It's not. It's
Yeah. It wasn't it wasn't what I was expecting.
How was the
I'm glad I didn't
speech?
go to the movies and pay to watch it. I watched it when it
Yeah, I
came
can
to.
say that. My mom said about they made her cry. I said, girl, go home.
How was the
Everything made me
singing?
cry.
I mean, the storyline would make me cry too, and then the singing. I mean, Fantasia did sing,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I'm the type of person I be like, let the movie itself be one and done, unless you're doing a part two, and the part two gotta make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like Coming to America too. I was like,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I ain't like it.
I
that was
didn't like it
making me
either.
mad when they kept
It was a
saying,
lot.
"Your
Yeah.
bastard son, your bastard son." I was like, okay, we get it.
It's
Stop.
so it's just
Yeah.
so corny. It wasn't like with if it's not the same characters as they grow up, like how Home Alone was. I can't. I don't know. Belly 2 was horrible.
Yep, it was. You can.
Did
I mean, you
anybody?
could come
Did
back for the
anybody?
two after Belly one, after the first Belly.
I ain't even watched the second.
Did
Don't
anybody
watch
see
it.
Beetlejuice 2?
Yes, don't
No, I
do
didn't.
it.
I
No,
was
I
I
gonna
didn't.
did,
watch
and
it.
I
I
just
fell
liked the
asleep.
ending.
Because it's now on Stars, and I was gonna watch it.
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
See,
gonna
if
I
watch
you
it
was
want to
gonna
too.
watch
watch it on
it, you
Stars, but
can.
I wouldn't have
But
went to the movies and watched it. I'm just not a big fan of watching a remake or a part two because, like, coming to America, my thing was they made that too relatable to people today. You know what I'm saying? We
Hmm.
got enough wretchedness. They didn't need to do the movie like that. Not with the way that movie was a classic, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they showed black royalty in a way that we didn't know.
Yeah,
Right?
they chopped it up bad for part 2.
Chopped it up real bad.
It was horrible. It
Yeah,
was
It
I
just
don't
was
like
horrible.
that
like,
they're making
yeah.
a part two to my favorite movie,
What's your
What?
favorite movie?
Face
Face
Off.
off.
What?
Really?
It's
That's my
Nicolas
movie.
Cage
I was gonna say that.
and what's his name? John Travolta. Are they gonna be in
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Doing
Oh
what?
wow.
Cause they
Ain't that little? Never mind.
but look, I ain't trying to be ageist
I
because
ain't saying nothing either. I'm
I'm up
keeping
there
this.
myself, but what they about to be doing?
I don't know, but they shouldn't even mess with it. Just leave it alone. It's a
You
classic.
know, Nicolas Cage be acting like he be on he dang
Mm-hmm.
near be on Tubi, so I expect that from him.
Not Tubi.
that's it.
Coming flying across the screen.
Yeah, he be on two because he was in a lot of Redbox movies.
Yes. And
Hmm.
Nicolas Cage was out here acting like it was just hard out here for a pimp. Like he just he was just accepting any role
When
that
you go
that
to
came
two,
across
that's
his
what they
table.
mean.
He
He's
said, "Show
struggling
me
to
the
make
dollars."
ends meet. To be the last resort. Let me
He
go to
was in
sleep.
debt for a while.
For what, gambling?
No, it's like he spent like 500,000 on two rare snakes just to find out they was the same sex.
Come on now.
Right. He thought he was gonna make a whole lot of money, but didn't. It's
Wow.
bad investments.
That's crazy.
He should have did his homework with all that money he made.
They
Right?
didn't never do their homework.
I'm not gonna watch
What's
this
the
face off
What's
too
the
though.
dude? Is that the dude? Okay, what's the dude name from Mission Impossible?
Tom Cruise.
Tom
That's Tom
Cruise.
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Now, did y'all hear what they said about him?
What?
He was
What?
at the Diddy party. No,
No,
I
he
don't know.
said, I gotta be. If I'm not mistaken, like he be partaking like in intercourse with animals.
Oh
Oh,
no.
well, he is
Oh,
Scientology, so it's
Yeah,
I don't put nothing past
wow.
nobody, y'all.
yeah. Like I gotta look it up to tell you exactly, but like he purchases them to
maybe
like
that's why Katie Holmes went running.
them butterball turkeys.
She knew he was
What?
practicing
I know that
Scientology
is so
before they got married though.
disgusting.
It's in our history, so it ain't. Hey,
Scary movie too.
it's in our
Yeah,
history if you read
there
the
you go,
Bible.
Rob. That man was in there
Hey, what's up?
impregnating turkeys.
See, people be having too much
What's that?
money.
I don't know, but I'ma lick it. It's like what?
I never want to be so rich
Oh
where
wow.
normal
See, you
stuff
eyeing the
is like
first piece.
boring to me.
Oh my God, Crystal. That's why I say even like with Diddy, like did life just get boring for you? Like what is wrong
Yeah.
with him? Did he
I
have to
don't think
find
life
something
got
else to
boring.
do?
Huh?
I think they couldn't. I think they couldn't really take in the influence that they had on people. Because think about it, it's just like some of them they can't shop where they used to shop it because they done got so big so fast. And when
Mm-mm.
I
you
They
can't
I
go to
say
I
places,
think
when you can't
certain
go to places that
guys,
you're, go ahead.
Are you
when
serious? You gonna stop that?
No, he do it often, but it's okay.
all the
no,
time.
Because
I'm just saying, like, I know for them dudes, they so used to getting women that they venture off because it's like
Yeah.
it becomes boring.
And that's a fact. And I never ever want to be so rich where the stuff I consider to be extravagant is like boring. I don't I never want that much money. I want to be wealthy, but I don't want to be like easily bored by regular stuff no more.
I love regular stuff.
All right. I'm
I love going to the
regular
hood,
degular.
but I love knowing that I can come back to the suburbs afterwards.
Baby, regular Rob.
There you go.
I knew somebody's gonna say that. I swear. Oh my mama though.
You know
I
Coco was
do.
coming with it.
I'm just regular degular.
Right.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
No,
Hmm.
I don't.
What? I don't be doing nothing. I'm just me. I'm just regular.
Regular Rob.
I'm
Like this nigga.
Yeah.
Yes, you did it.
See, Rob, that was a laugh, right? That wasn't a giggle.
That was a hearty laugh. It had
Oh, I
had
love
meat
it.
on the bone on it.
not me on the bone.
But yeah,
Oh my
they
goodness.
yeah, and that's why like all of this stuff that's coming out about these celebrities, and I know some of it, is alleged and is probably not true, but for the stuff that is true and you find out like it's real, you be like, oh my goodness, what?
But if you just take a look at all of like Biggie videos or any videos where Diddy was like not P Diddy or Puff, just the regular Diddy, like in the sidelines. If you look at his mannerisms, you could already tell that it was there. But
You know
because I
what?
feel like he was just like he had talent, but he was like shadowed, like in the background. He wanted to be like in the light. He just started doing extravagant stuff just to be noticed.
Because
And
he
that's
knew
what
he
I was
wasn't the one
leading up
making the
to.
music.
Right, and that's what I was leading up to, D. So thank you so much for bringing me right back. Um, to my point that I was saying, success happened overnight, and he already had that in him. And it's
Yeah.
coming to the light all at the time because people now gotten to the point where they're not afraid to speak up. He ain't the only
Mhm.
person that this is, happening to. It just finally caught up with him.
I
Right,
feel
and
like
people, yep.
Money can only go so far. People stepping out on their faith and they getting comfortable with going ahead and speaking their mind because of the society we in. And so many people had the same story. So now that even makes it even more comfortable for other people to share because you ain't the only person by yourself. You got to think about how much money this man got. He could put people away. And you also got to think of the fact that this man really done sold his soul. Let's just be
Yep.
honest. Call a spade a spade.
And you right. You are so right. And then I think people are so caught up on like the numbers, like the number of people. But I'm thinking like, well, why not? I mean, it how I mean, they like, man, there ain't no way this many people coming forward all of a sudden. I'm just like, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
That's it's a long span of time and he has come across a lot of people and I I believe if it ain't all of them, it's a good majority of them.
Yeah. And a lot of people got paid.
Krista, I'm gonna add a little bit to that story. If you go back and research some of the ladies that's coming out, some of them was under 21.
Mm. And probably under 18 if
Most of
you.
them
Well,
were.
yeah, because remember they said Foxy Brown, he used to show up to her high school.
Oh my goodness.
But you see, she don't talk. Just like with Free. You see, Free don't talk.
Don't say nothing. And then you notice like those people, like they are like all the way out of the limelight, you
Totally
know.
removed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like if you're down in South Florida, you can run into Foxy Brown and she looks so regular. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
She go to the grocery store, all of that, like it's nothing.
What she like supposed to be blind or deaf or what was going on with her? Like she was losing like one
Losing
of her.
Deaf.
some
Supposed to have been deaf.
yeah, in her
Okay.
ear from being hit by Jay-Z.
Oh,
I didn't
see?
know that part. I
Yeah,
just
and
knew the
then they
first
tried to
part.
say it was then they switched the story and said it was a fan or something like that. And it was like, wait, what? But it was because she didn't do something he wanted her to do. And she was underage when all that stuff went down.
Dog.
Because I
Y'all
remember I
see
was in
this
high school.
crazy. That is crazy.
So either they like them young or men. That's crazy.
Yeah, because if they get them young, they can train them.
But then if they get too bored with women, then they go to men.
Hey.
I'm
That's
telling y'all,
wicked.
they unlocked the door
That's
with
diabolical.
Mr. Kelly, and then they just
Yeah.
start coming through it after that. They like, look, everybody.
Because you remember in his documentary, they said that he had a girl locked in every room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
He did too.
Like, you
In his
just...
song.
Yeah,
But he
okay.
made it seem like it was a dude locked in the
Yeah,
closet.
we was over there living, thinking we was just singing a song, not knowing this was reality for them.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, wait, it came on right now. It
I'm
says
over
Jamie
here
Foxx.
singing age ain't nothing but a number. But I was like, man, I
That
bet not. But
Them was clues and
he was
hints.
full on
Yep.
married to that girl.
right.
I remember that. I was in junior high when it went on
I
MTV
don't
and he
see
turned it
nothing
on.
wrong. See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's song got a backstory.
Mm.
All them blues songs got a backstory, so it just makes sense that all these rap songs got a backstory. But it just
Yeah.
depends on how you take it in and peel the onion back. That's probably why one of the reasons I know my mom sheltered me from a lot of that stuff. My mom used to
Do
be a
anybody
model.
see? So she done seen some stuff.
Exactly.
Yep.
I was sheltered too, but I still did some crap I ain't had no business doing.
Girl, it wasn't no way
Facts.
for us to even do it in my mama's house. Like I said, my mama had satellite. We ain't had just regular cable. We had satellite. She locked all them channels down.
Yeah, I was innocent. I just stayed at home.
Rob, you a doggone lie.
Okay,
Listen
I
to
don't even
him
believe
talk
that
about
lie.
he's
Wow.
innocent. I
I
now
did.
we ain't about to start lying.
Well, I'll tell you guys like this. My brother's in the industry right now, and literally, when he goes out on tour, I know where his location is. I can
Yeah.
wake up at any time, whatever country he's in, and I know exactly where he's at. I'm like, okay, he's in his hotel. Okay, he don't walk out of the hotel. I stay on it because you just don't know.
All right now, Deshauna, you got to give him a little privacy.
I don't. No, I don't.
The
Julius,
Shannon like,
he his
who?
business.
No. After when
Give
he
him a
did
little
his first
privacy.
tour, and we weren't doing locations back then, and there was a shootout in the club that they were in. After that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to share my location. I'm gonna know where you're at all times. I got the cameras to in his house. Oh, I'm not playing. No.